What is this? What is this? Let's have a look. Right, guys, I'm actually quite excited about this. So, yeah, I got this red letter, which just came through the post, and basically I'm going to Food and Fuel, the first chapter at Bicester Motion, and I'm taking my Golf Mark II with the vr6 engine conversion, and yeah, I saw that the TDC boys, you know, the TDC channel, part of the Auto Alex crew, had like you could apply to have your car approved by TDC, and guess what? My car's been approved by TDC. I'm quite really excited. It's going to be really cool. So there's 100 cars that have been handpicked. You had to apply basically to be picked. So I applied. To be honest with you, I didn't expect to hear anything back, because I thought, oh, there must be loads of people applying for it, and this, that, and the other, and better cars than mine or whatever. But no, I got this. I had not heard anything, and then I just got this letter through the post. So yeah, if you're at Food and Fuel at Bicester Motion in a couple of weeks, come and say hello. Yeah, guys, how sick is that? TDC approved. So I'm going to put the sticker on my car. TDC approved. And yeah, going to be in the main event, which is really cool. Like I said, I'm really excited about this. It's just yeah, just a bit unexpected. Literally just saw this come through the letterbox the other day. So yes. What I need to do now, obviously I've got a couple of weeks. I've not driven the Silver Golf for a while, since before Christmas. So I think I should go fire it up and make sure it all runs okay. It's due to be MOT and tax exempt. Well, tax exempt anyway, because obviously it's modified. So I'm still going to MOT it every year. But it's going to be tax exempt on the 1st of April. But I've got to send off the logbook. So I think I'm just going to pay for the road tax for April, so I can drive it to the show. And I need to put some miles on the car, because yeah, I've not driven it for a while, so I need to make sure it's going to make it there in one piece. Make sure it's all buttoned up and everything. So I think it's probably a good idea that I go run it now, because I've not run it for a few weeks. Start it up and make sure it runs up to temperature and everything else. And well, I'm pretty excited about this. Let's wake this beast up. So the battery is in the boot. So I relocated it into the boot when I did the conversion. There she is. Right, let's connect this up and get it fired up. All right, here we go. Cycle the ignition a couple of times. Oh, there you go. That's the fuel pump. And again. Right, here we go. So first time I've started this in probably a month. Oh yeah, fire straight up. Got the battery light on though. But yeah, sounds all right. Let's pop the bonnet and have a look. Yeah, it sounds really sweet. Always did run really well, this engine. Alright, so we'll just give it a minute to warm up, and move it backwards and forwards, let it warm up a little bit. We've got a slight coolant leak. Little bit of a coolant leak. So I might have to tighten up some Jubilee clips and top up the coolant. Keep an eye on that. But so far it seems to be running okay. Just need to keep an eye on that coolant leak. Well, I'm just going to move it out of the garage under its own power. Move it out of the garage. Let it warm up a little bit more out here. Yeah, it looks like it's been leaking a bit of coolant. But yeah, got the car out. I might have to check the brakes aren't seizing on as well, check the handbrake. So I've left the handbrake on, so I have to make sure it's not seizing on or anything like that. But yeah, I just need to basically get this car out and start driving it, put some miles on it, give it a bit of a shakedown. Man, this car's a little beast, isn't it? Right, I managed to stop the leak just by nipping up that Jubilee clip there. I had a slight leak from there as well, so I've just nipped that up a little bit. I will have to top the coolant up. But yeah, it sounds pretty good, to be fair. Yeah, it's running pretty nice. Just really need to get it out and start driving it. So I'm going to tax it from the 1st of April. So drive it next week, I think. Definitely get some miles on it. There we go, the fans are kicking in now. Fans are kicking in now. Battery light's gone off as well. Well, it's still on very dimly. Heaters are nice and warm. Right, there we go. So I've awakened the beast from its winter hibernation. So it seems okay, I think. So I just, like I said, I just need to get it on the road and start driving it, put some more miles on it. And yeah, I'll see you at Food and Fuel. Yeah, as I sit here in the garage looking at this car, thinking how far it's come, you know, there's quite a good story with this car, really. I bought it probably back in 2010 off of my my mum's old boss for 500 quid, and it was completely original. You know, it was basically like an ex company car, and then his dad had it for a long time, and then he had it back off his dad when he gave up driving. It's always been garage its whole life. I sold it in 2011 for 1,500 quid. Regretted selling it because it was such an original, cool car. And then, yeah, back in 2019, I saw it on eBay, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, no way, that's my old car. So I had a few drinks that night, and I placed some bids on it, and I bought it back again. So back in 2019, I paid, it was on bids as well, it wasn't a buy it now, I bid 2,900 quid for the car. And it had been around quite a bit. It had been up to Scotland, it had been over to Northern Ireland, and it was some guy up in the Midlands I bought it off. Yeah, I drove it around as it was for a bit. The original 8-valve K-Jet engine was getting a bit unreliable and had a lot of problems and wasn't running great. And it was during lockdown that I decided to basically refresh the front end of the car. The whole back end of the car underneath had been totally refreshed. The previous owner had like redone the rear beam and cleaned it all up, and it was absolutely mint underneath at the back, but the front end needed a lot of work. So I decided to start stripping it down and taking it apart to tidy it up. And it was quite funny because it was at that time I realised, well, I've come this far with it, stripped the whole front end of the car out. I thought, well, I may as well do an engine conversion. And you know, some of the purists out there would think, oh, you know, it's an original early car, but you know, I mean, it's my car. And I thought, do you know what, you only live once. So I decided to do the engine conversion on it, and it took me 5 years to complete it. Not that I spent those 5 years working on it. Obviously there was long periods of time where the car was just sat, you know, for ages. Well, I didn't do anything for a long time, so I was so busy with work and, you know, life got in the way. And then last year, so I sat 2024 or 2023, I think 2024, I got it on the road. So yeah, I took it off the road in 2020. Yeah, so yeah, it must be about 4 years, sorry. Anyway, yeah, got it back on the road, and here we are today. So yeah, it feels like, you know, big achievement to get it all done and get it on the road again. So yeah, I feel like obviously because it's been sat over winter, it feels like, you know, I'm doing it all over again, getting it back on the road again. So yeah, exciting stuff. Yeah, so just a little update on my on the Mark II there. Looking forward to getting it on the road, to be fair. Hopefully touch wood, I've got no issues with it, because, you know, it's a little bit nerve-wracking driving a car like this that you've built yourself. You know, you sort of doubt it, thinking, oh crikey, did I do everything properly? So I'm going to start using it as much as I can this year and put some miles on it and enjoy it this summer and try and take it out to some more shows. But yeah, I'm so excited about the whole food and fuel thing. Yeah, I just need to check the brakes, because one of the issues it did have on the last MOT is the rear brakes were seizing up a bit. So where it's been sat with the handbrake on, I probably need to jack it up and check the brakes as well. So I'm going to give it a good check over before I drive it up there. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and give us a subscribe. It really helps me out, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, bye.